because that hurt. It's not just for a moment, and after that, by the grace of God, healing takes place. For example, the death of a parent. It will take some time, but later, when it sinks in, we realize we have to let go. But for a divorced person, for children of divorce, he has to have that kind of pain for the rest of his or her life, and realize that he could not have a family that are together. Proverbs chapter 5 learns of the poisoning and deadly consequences of sexual permissiveness. We are living in a sexually permissive society. In the old days when we were young, you remember that when you screen and two persons kissing, they were censored. The two heads come together, chop, you go to another scene already. Wow, very frustrating sometimes, Chop, you go to another scene already. Today, if you watch in the television and all that, it's different. In the old days, when it's taboo to screen husband and wife in the bed. Even in the morning when they got up and all that, you don't put the scene on that. In the old days, so bad film making. Today, they not only put 2 person, 3 person, 4 person in the same bed and get up in the morning. How many of you watch Friends? It's one of the series. I know it's very funny. Many young people love to watch our Friends over next door. Don't watch that. Bad teaching. To be friends is that we can have sexual relationship with one another easily, without commitment. That is friend. That is actually the underlying theme, constant repeating theme of that particular series of television, indirectly is creating a bad image in our person. I love this humorous story, because this humorous story talks about the wisdom of a very godly and good mother. It says this mother is trying to teach the son, who actually is an adult now, that you must keep the sexual relationship sacred onto the days of marriage. And this son lived apart. And this son has a beautiful roommate, or housemate, they got housemate. And the son said, "Mom, don't worry. We have different bedrooms, different beds. Not to worry." So one day they invited the mother to the house to have dinner. And so the housemaid was a beautiful girl by the name of Angie, cooked a beautiful, wonderful dinner. And the mother took that dinner. But the mother was very sharp looking at the two, suspected something is not right. But they denied. Brian, the son, denied it. So finally, the dinner was over. And after 1 week later, the housemaid, Angie, told Brian, since your mother came over for dinner, I have lost my beautiful gravy ladle. I don't want to say it, but I think maybe it had got something to do with your mother. And so Brian wrote this word to the mother. This little notes or email sent to the mother. And it says, "Dear Mom, I'm not saying that you did take Angie's gravy ladle from the house. And I'm not saying that you did not take the gravy ladle. But the fact remains that it has been missing ever since you were here for dinner. Love, signed Brian." The next day, Brian received a reply from this very wise mother. "Dear son, I'm not saying that you do share your bed with Angie. And I'm not saying that you do not share your bed with Angie. But the fact remains that if she was sleeping in her own bed, she would have found the gravy ladle by now. Sign, love, Mom." Permissiveness of society today. And if we enter marriage in the wrong step, mistake can repeat itself. And this time the mistake is even more grievous. And the beauty of what God has created for us to be kept sacred till the day of wedding will be less than what it has been intended to be. Now, some people may think, "Pastor, you're very old-fashioned." I want to appeal to you that the Word of God is not old-fashioned. The Word of God is powerful, wonderful, And if you practice it, you discover what God has meant to be for you. Just like a mother who loves the daughter, she wants the best for the daughter. We must trust God in that.